Okay, now you're on. You're live.
Okay, hello and welcome to Golden Legends Hosting Challenge. So excited for all of you to be here.
I think we're only missing one, right?
Yeah, and that's totally cool.
She had a gig tonight.
Yeah.
So let's turn that off because that's I can hear.
We're in the desert. We got ACs going from everywhere.
All the time. It's always noise. And speaking of ACs, we did some really cool things this week to try to help out Legends. And literally when I say cool things, I mean we installed window units and hunted down window units. So you just clicked the mouse there.
Oh, and that's what Golden Legends also about, is not bringing just legends in for you guys to talk to and the mentor, but is also giving back to them and to the community.
So we're working with Burley Cares to try to make sure that these legends that we have in the local area don't melt during the summer.
So we'll be having fundraisers coming up soon for these legends to get ACs. But for GLCC Hosting Challenge, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we do this?
Why do we do this? We've been and I've been hosting myself, either for military events or things like that for years and years and years. But nowhere have I ever found where hosts can get together, craft their skills together, and then present it. So I thought this would be a unique opportunity to take, since we were already doing the burlesque challenge, to add a level of challenge to this.
We also know about opportunities, that they are less and less of them. There are less and less of them. Plus, usually hosts, unless you're a producer or a friend of a producer, that's usually how you get your hosting gigs. So we wanted to give more opportunity for experience to be able to go out and sell yourself, your press, and to festivals and to bigger shows.
Absolutely. The goal here is to network and to build that hosting character for theatrical stage or burlesque performances.
What are the different types of hosting?
Okay, well, hosting is an encompassing term. There are different types of hosting strategies you can use. One is improv hosting, script hosting. Mm-hmm. Now, with improv hosting, you're just coming out there, you're being yourself. You might have some intro cards for performers,
or just their names,
and you're on the fly improving everything else that comes up. Now, you might work in some of your own material or jokes or something like that, but for the most part of everything you're doing, you're just being reactivary off of the audience's energy. So that is more of the improv type hosting.
Scripted can go so many different ways, where it's word for word, verbatim, or they have a gist, you have a paragraph, and you can kind of paraphrase it, but you have to stay in within that context. And that's usually what a producer or a show that is a residency gives it to a host. What?
No
Gives to a host to stay on track.
Okay, then you have emceeing. Emceeing is where it is a formatted script. Every bit of the show is formatted. And emceeing is something you would see more in a ceremony. I am the master of ceremonies because MC is literally means master of ceremonies. So then there is hosting DJing, which is where you play your own music sets. You talk about the music sets, and
it might be just announcing the performer, where they're from,
what we call it club hosting. You know, yeah. On stage 2 is Brandy. Give it up for Brandy, ladies and gentlemen. So still kind of on that MC side where it's very, very just formatted, but with that MC style of ladies and gentlemen, please put your cell phones on silence. The show will be beginning in 5 minutes.
And then if you have the talent, I do I'm working on, I do not have it right now. I'm working on it, is the talent of lounge singing, which they use for host lounge singers to do songs in between sets.
Does lounge singing have to be particularly great singer? No, as long as it's fun and campy, you can get away with being a mediocre or just an everyday shower singer.
Shower singer.
A shower singer. I am the queen of shower singers.
Okay, so I sent an email out, and the first email that I sent out with the attachments, the white sheet that had like questions on it, that's for our dating game show.
Please disregard.
So the second sheet, the second email that has the same kind of format is for our hosting questionnaire for producers, corporate events, stuff like that, so that we have all of the details. We are prepped, pre-planned for everything that we are doing.
Bring those questions up for me.
Oh,
I'll
let you. So,
Yeah.
you can open that up. So definitely check out that sheet. There's also blanks for you to ask additional questions. But most of the questions on there, I think I did leave out one is if you provide a hotel or Airbnb. We did host on tour that the venues that bringing us in had to supply a hotel room or an Airbnb and a meal. So most of the times, the producer or their tour company will tell you that ahead of time, but you can also write that question.
Is this one?
No, that's the dating. I'll get there.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, some of the questions that when you enter into a negotiation with a producer or want to start, even if you're self-hosting one of your own shows, one of the things you should look at is, of course, your date, place, time, report time. Does the host need to come in early and get any briefing from the producers or the band or
help load in, set up the merch table? They give different responsibilities to the host.
when we were on tour, part of our bonus was selling merch. So on top of our regular 400 and something dollar pay, we got merch and Airbnb and food
and drinks.
and drinks. So as your level of hosting increases, these aren't if it's an out of town gig, these aren't unreasonable things to ask for. If they say no, it's okay that it's a no.
Sometimes they'll say, hey, I have a spare bedroom.
And if you feel safe with that producer, that person, by all means, take them up on that room. Okay. What type of hosting is it? Is it scripted, improv, DJ? Are you going to be responsible for introducing raffles or sponsors? With sponsors, you should really, these are people putting money into the show. You should really promote and build them up as hosts. You got two jobs out there, not screw up names and promote those sponsors.
Bring in the money, and that's usually through raffles and tips.
I guess it's three jobs.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, is there an intermission? Will you be needing to provide intermission entertainment, being your own comedy bit, singing, or a game? What type of venue is it? What type of game can you bring? Is it like sexy couples on date night where you can get away with like imitate a sexy lawnmower, kind of game, or throw the rings on the penis game that you find at a sex shop?
There are so many different games that are all over.
Be creative.
Try to change them up for different shows. So
heck, I'm tempted to try Twister as a halftime game. I think it would go over.
People watching tonight, people would play Twister. Oh, okay. So what else? So on some of these, we're going to answer all the questions for you for this event. It is not scripted. You will have intros.
All right. So let's take that back a little bit.
Yes.
If you want to improv it, you can improv it. If you want to, once you get to know who your team is and you all have been assigned a team and a half, and we'll get into that a little bit more. get to know your team and who's on your team and intros, you'll know how you want that energy of that show because this is your show, and you're responsible for those teams.
So the mentor hat is going to give us their team lineup. On your team lineup, you will have all those intros. You will know how it's going to flow and what you need to say for each one of them. So let's say one person gives you an intro that has 5 to 10 accolades in it and shows that they're also going to be in all over the country and this.
Performer XYZ hails from Toronto, Canada, and has appeared in something to brag about, this show, that show, the other show, has won this, that, and the other thing, and has been here and is planning on going international. And in her spare time, she pets cats. Truth is, no one cares.
So a lot of them will have their taglines and of course their names, and a little bit of something to kind of rev up the crowd.
About their act, maybe a little sneak, a little tease of their act.
So we want to really bring up the crowd about this performer. We want to definitely do 1 or 2 accolades. So if they have too many, it's okay to cut that down.
Let's not bore the audience with a bunch of, hey, statistics on this performer.
Yeah.
Baseball fans like that. People have come to see a show and they expect a rhythm. Keep the rhythm.
Yes. All right. So next question.
Will the producers be providing intros? Okay. Yes, we will be providing the intros, but you can decide if you want an improv host or script out your hosting.
And then I'm going to hit on that since we're already on there. It is up to you what type of device, paper, index cards, you just definitely want to have it decorated, whatever you use. If you use a device, make sure it's big enough for you to read. Even with typing and write, that's big enough for you to read, that you're not squinting and going back.
And don't put it in front of your face.
Yeah. So if you can't see the thing with the phone, you want to use something.
And quite honestly, when I started hosting, I was expected to memorize pretty much the whole ceremony. And
we didn't have phones back then.
We didn't have phones. Then we had phones, and then I found myself being able to read the phone and host off the phone. Then I got a little older and we went to the tablet. So now I'm back to the scripts. I went from tablet, cue cards, bigger cue cards. Next, somebody's going to need to hold like the big poster board up for me. Exactly. Exactly.
So know your abilities to read, especially with different lighting in the venue.
I don't care if you have a teleprompter or a person throwing flip cards. That's fine.
Or holding a flashlight if it's a dark. Think about different things about the venue. You need to be able to read, especially the set list. You can also memorize too if you have that talent.
Ability. All right.
Yes, definitely.
Will there be a mic check? Is it better to provide your own mic? Yes, there will be a mic check for us. It's not necessary to provide your own mic unless you're planning on singing, because most singers
have their own
mics in their own.
Hold on, we have a jet flying over. We have fighter jets. Fly over.
So we're right next to an Air Force base.
Okay. So with that, we will have the wind covers, the condoms, the protector for each of you guys for the host.
Yes. Necessary protection.
Yes, we will. Protection is always necessary.
Okay.
Yes, we will have it.
I consent to no protection on my microphone.
So, and if you want to bring your own headset, if you're going to be or doing a bit like Madge, have that dialed in also.
Yeah, if you bring your own, right?
Yeah, if you bring your own.
Okay. If applicable, can I sing or present some type of talent during my hosting. I always suggesting this to producers. How are you going to get yourself out there for your other entertainment blocks if you don't put it out in front of people? So if you're hosting, it is the perfect opportunity to showcase another talent.
There are 2 specific acts, one on each night, where it is great. Well, we'll be able to have someone do their talent while people are transitioning to see the other stage. So
think about what your transition talent is. Is it going to be comedy? Is it going to be singing? It cannot be burlesque. Sorry guys, no burlesque. Now, I'm not saying you can't do burlesque things. I'm just saying the talent can't be. There you go.
So, and in hosting, always have something for at least 3 delays. I mean, usually there's only one like real delay, right? But we went to a show, there was 3
delays. And you
delays.
never know what's going to happen.
Mhm.
So as a host, be always ready to, pop a magic trick right out of your pocket. I thought I was going to say, but
Okay. Continue on.
oh, all right. Will we have details and be emailed a set list prior?
So you'll have the intros, you'll have the team lineup. Do know that some of that can change last minute. But yes, you will be sent a set list. We do not post the set list or give people the lineup due to safety issues.
Yeah, and we had someone actually literally get served papers stepping off our stage.
So there was a time that I interrupted hosting.
The one time.
I needed to address the elephant in the room. So by that I actually started a chant.
We've never had anybody start a chant for us.
Yeah. So was get the fuck out. Yeah.
Basically, the performer got served. They came off stage and everybody's like, "Oh, that was great!
So
That was great!
excited.
So excited!"
We said the name. We said where they were from.
And somebody said, "Oh, you're so and so for Reading," and she said, "Yes." And they said, "You're served."
And she still had another performance for the night.
Never have I ever.
Sometimes you got to have a little delay to let that performer recoup, and then the people around her also recover, and do a little delay and give her spirit and good vibes from the crowd and the audience. And guess what? They tip more.
Yeah. So what I did was to pull the show back because after Gabby, basically cussed somebody straight out of the venue.
The crowd did.
You cussed them straight out of the venue. And we didn't make an apology because that's not necessary. We were proud of what we did. We're not proud of what they did. They owed the apology.
So do know if something happens in the venue or thing, know when to address the elephant in the room. To not attack anybody right on singular, draw attention to, hey, we may have a blah blah blah. So that way, if someone in security in the back needs to come forward to a table to address it, they can. We went to a show where a host thought someone had said something.
Someone was heckling. They thought they were heckling
and accused someone else.
Make sure
yes,
that if you're going to call out a heckler, call out the right person. It can be so embarrassing for the innocent audience.
Yeah.
And I think we've all seen it happen.
Yeah.
But learn your heckling call outs. Gabby and I are able to get away with a little more campy stuff because there's 2 of us, So like if somebody's yelling, "Hey, get a better joke," I'm going to say, "Hey, I don't throw rocks at you while you're mowing lawns. So do your job, I'll do mine." So something like that.
Make everything yourself, your own, and just ring it in and try not to bring too much hostility out there. We want to as a host, we want to calm everything down, but we want to sometimes stop things and draw attention because one of our primary reasons is keeping the flow of the show and the safety of the audience and the performers.
So it is okay to get real, but remember, you got to bring it back. So have a bring back joke. come with those comebacks, because it was so easy for me to make jokes off of that whole situation. That, hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is live entertainment. None of that was scripted. I hope you enjoyed our little sideshow.
Oh, by the way, we're gonna like go into like tips and stuff because we were like a month and a half away. I know we just jumped right in there to like hosting stuff for GLCC. Okay.
Oh. All right, application, can I sing show talent, prior dates, stage access. Where are you standing? Are you going to be on stage, coming out of a curtain, before curtain, after curtain?
Are you going to be going up
Oh.
and down steps? Is that your ability to go up and down those steps?
Or is it easier just to sit on the edge of the stage, watch the show from a chair, and just come right to the stage and be with the audience?
Are you going to be the Oz behind the curtain? So always check on that, especially when it's your ability level. We had a stage that was this high, and I had to like scoot up by my butt
Now,
to get up there.
in the venue we're in, because it is eye level with the audience, we would probably do forefront hosting where we don't actually get up on stage.
Mhm.
And if we do, it's for the finale. It's the last time. This one does have handicap access, but for us to walk back and forth.
So do regard your ability. If it's 10 or 15 performers of the night, are you going to be able to get up and down the stage and carry the same energy throughout?
A little later on, I will go to the venue and I will show some stage positions on the actual stage. So instead of being blind to how you want to host, you can already pre-think it. Because normally you would just come in, I'm gonna stay for curtain, or I'll just let the curtain open on me and close.
And the curtain is going to be closing after each
chat. So we're gonna do an open and close curtain. So fun there. Oh, we forgot to tell the mentors that. We should mention that.
I did. I did.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Are there any? Okay. Load in and out. Am I needed? Hey, do I need to help set up chairs? You know, be the worker somebody wants to hire.
Now for GLCC, no, you don't. However, if you would like to, we're not going to say no.
Well, next time.
But we want you to be refreshed and ready to go for hosting, to get pictures on the red carpet.
Okay, so requirements for GLCC. On the nights you're not stage hosting, we want you over by the red carpet and with your social media and other people's social media promoting the event live on
Yourself,
Facebook,
the
Instagram, our
performer.
Facebook. Promote yourself.
I'm going to tell you the advertising. So on Instagram and especially, the pot smokers have like sending clouds, and they do group outings and sessions and stuff like that. And when they have 2 or more tagged in on that video, they're able to get more followers. So this is a part of also your networking.
So we'll go over that more in part
Mhm.
during the weekender for hosts about the red carpet and what to do there. Interview. This year, I do have a young filmmaker who is filming our live event, but he's going to be doing cut reels and things like that. We're going to eventually put together a documentary about GLCC, and this is the pilot year. So,
But he wants to be able to get that of host interviewing on the red carpet and stuff like that. So and we'll give you credits.
Oh, you get credits, yes. So you're gonna, I maybe if it goes to film festival, you get IMDb credits, and we'll pay for those. If application, access to stage. Are there any advertising requirements?
Oh yeah, talking about the access to the stage, there is a handicap ramp up the back of the
Backstage.
stage where you can keep just going back and forth. And that's
Backstage, right?
backstage, yeah. And then there's 2 steps on the front of the stage.
All right, any pictures or music required? Okay, any pictures and music required for GLCC? Absolutely, we need at least 2 good.
We need a
Hosting
picture for your
shots.
hosting and for your lanyard. A good picture for that and for your advertisement, and then also a picture to go with your press release and on our poster. So definitely send 2 pictures in, and then that comes to music. We like to introduce hosts and have
An intro song.
an intro song that is their own.
That is their own. So think about what you want. And then when we give you a time to submit it to us, keep it under
A minute.
Yeah, definitely keep it under a minute. You know, it
Which
doesn't
will
need to be a whole
speed it
lot.
off, but you want that 1 minute of whatever you want to get
Get
out.
that hype or get
Yeah.
that little dance move out, or sometimes just I like having it because I like going out dancing, because if I'm already out there dancing, the butterflies go away. Yeah. Or I go to the white room and I do some stuff that I don't remember.
Nobody wants to go to the white room.
Nobody wants to go to the white room.
Okay, what else do you got?
Let's see.
Music.
Let's see. How do hosts get tipped or paid? How do I get tipped or paid? Well, you don't want to hear this for most jobs, but in this one, you're getting tipped in experience.
There's other bonuses too. And with that, also you get one free class. If you're
You get all free classes.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's too hard for the one free class. I
Oh,
already taken it.
okay. So guess what? A bonus. You get all of the inner classes that are on Friday and Saturday you can attend, all for what your mentoring fee is. So,
Yep, and all the shows
and all the shows,
to include
the Thursday meet and greet, and of course
skills challenge.
which is the skills challenge, the meet and greet. And then on Sunday is the awards and appreciation.
Okay, and that brings us into hosting questions. But one thing that we did not cover that's going to happen during GLCC is the co-hosting segments.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's cover the co-hosting. So on the yellow thing that I sent you, it's a team 1, team 2, team 3, and team 2 on both nights have co-host, because some of them are going to be before intermission and some are going to be after intermission. And with that, you'll kind of alternate. Sometimes you'll kind of host them together. Guess what? That is what you guys get to decide. So with the person you're teamed up with, you get to have a conversation. Hey, am I hosting this person and you're hosting this person? Or do we want to do this one person together? That's on you guys.
Or do you want to divide the team up and ping pong? Yeah. What we're looking for is passing the mic, something that we, even after years of working together, still have to be
with
real aware.
Especially when we're on stage together. It's not the one introduction after another, it's together.
Well, the passing the mic. I'm speaking, give me my space, let me run my joke, and then do your tag on. Yeah. And then stage positioning, especially when hosting, because the speaking host normally needs to be forward, or the lead. If it's a double microphone, this will be a double microphone situation. But regardless, always interact as a co-host as if you have to hand that mic back and forth. So learn how to
interact where it's not straight on. It's a kind of a 45, because you're also for the audience. You don't want to alienate them, but you also don't want to be all about them and not regard each other. So
because co-hosting, there's no big secret. It's a conversation between 3 people, you two and the audience.
So with that, on the split of the teams, there is a performer each night that has fire. There is limited fire inside, but some is allowed. But the outside venue, of course, it is a fire ring. It's just for circus and fire tricks and stuff like that. That is depending upon the wind, and we will be able to bring the audience out of the venue at intermission. They would be the first performer outside to go on where intermission is going to end, but we have everybody out there. We don't let them come back in until that performer is done. And then that's when we all come in from the intermission. However, if the performers are able to do a limited fire, we will keep it inside.
So yeah, we don't know what their act's gonna happen outside.
We're waiting for video in this next week or 2, and we will have answers of how that's going to transition.
We are probably going to put some dance tiles on the stage, so there will be a small lip between the natural floor of the stage and the dance tiles. be aware of that. We'll also make all the performers aware of that. Let's see.
Okay. And then you do the, oh, give me the, I got this.
Ooh, it's getting hot.
And we wanted to talk about what the goal of hosting is, what their goal is.
Hosting goals.
I got it.
I'm back.
Oh, okay. So from the conversation with your producer, some hosts have a hard time, performers, anybody, producers, when they have an idea or are told a certain thing, they get into a mindset, and when things go awry, they're not able to flow with the change. So as a host, I want us to remember that we are also there for the flow of the show, and sometimes we have to change up things. The producer is stressed, the performers are nervous. A job as a host is to calm that and bring things up, so when whatever is going on, they can do that and come back to being able to perform. And you're covering the audience that they don't even know something's going on.
Emotional control, super important for live entertainment hosts. Because anything can go wrong, anything can go sideways. You just can't show that it set you off.
Yeah. You have to be positive and professional and all that stuff.
All right. So hosting basics, is that where we're at?
We hit some of them.
Okay. Real quick, let's make sure we hit the hosting basics, and then we'll hit our next pages. Be prepared with your questionnaire. We've sent you a copy of a questionnaire. Design it for you and the kind of hosting you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
What are you using to read from? We covered that.
I do want to say it. One thing on the I use a canvas because if you turn it over, it has an insert.
Like for a little 8x10 painting.
Yeah.
The little
or like the 5x7s.
Yeah.
I use that, and I put index cards inside. So from the last performer that goes in first, and I build it up to the first performer.
And then we corner each notch,
Yeah.
and then we pull them off as we go through. So
and then my outside of my canvas is decorated with rhinestones, my name, whatever it needs to
You
be.
can get them at Hobby Lobby,
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree. They're just little canvases.
There's no more hands.
They already have little wood frames, you know. So
yeah, Dollar Tree.
And they decorate so nice with rhinestones, or you can actually paint them because they're painting canvases.
Put tassels on it, whatever you want to do.
Make it yours.
Make it yours. If you have a clipboard, decorate the outside so people aren't just looking at it.
Costume and persona. Once you hit that venue, you're in persona. You're in costume, you're in persona. You don't leave that persona until that curtain falls and those photos are done and those people are rolling out that building.
So you're not Stacy, you're Cha-Cha or Lover or whatever your name is. You're that person, you're in makeup, you're in character, you're in costume. And also see if you need to change up costumes during intermission for the show.
Whenever you have an opportunity, if it's a long show and you could present a second costume, do it. The audience loves it. It creates more engagement and it makes you appear versatile. And if you can go to two extremes, like I like
on tour.
On tour, well, not on tour.
Yeah, well, yeah, on tour.
Oh, on tour, we went from kind of rockabilly simple to old Hollywood glam with the sequence and the top hat and the tux.
Because it's a whole different set of show on the second part.
Yeah. So sometimes the first show might be a little more neo-modern, you know, and the second part roll more classic or vice versa. So if you can adjust a costume for a longer show, especially a stage show, it's a treat for the audience, and it does make an impact. It does make a difference. So professional look and professional sound. Index decorative folder, printed script. Make sure you can read the phone easy. Have you read and reread your intros and or script? Or at least practice something.
So I have brain lesions, and sometimes I flip my words, and sometimes like library, sometimes I say library, or birthday instead of birthday. So I have to practice more than other people. And if you mess up on stage, have a comeback and be able to restart. And it's okay. Just take a breath.
Make it part of your character. If
Make it-
you know you have a little trip up,
Mhm.
make that trip up part of your character.
Find something that brings it back around.
So, it is okay for you are a clown, you are a host, you are whatever the show needs you to be to move forward. And sometimes if you need to be the heel, you're the heel.
I like making him the heel. It works.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the red.
Oh, you're vicious.
Sometimes I'm vicious. Okay.
All right. Do you need to learn pronouns? Is this important to the show? Does the show have a political message? It doesn't. If you take the job and you don't agree with the political message and you're getting paid to deliver it, either do your job or quit the job.
Yeah. So when you have the questionnaire, do know if it's a fundraiser for a certain party,
Or
that's what you're getting.
and that's the kind of audience you're getting.
And that's the audience you're getting. So if you don't agree with that, do not take the gig. And I'm going to say this, if there are performers in the show that claim that they're sex workers and you have a hang up about that and you can't give them the same energy as all the other performers and
That's not fair
it shows on stage, don't take the gig.
It's not fair to them. If there's a performer you just absolutely can't work with and it's going to ruin your vibe and theirs.
Yeah, you got to take it to you. You can't be professional. So if it's not a message you agree with, this is about you. You want to have a love too for what you're doing. You're hosting.
You got to love the art you're hosting, but love the hosting art.
Yes.
Did you read the intros correctly? Okay, back to your first job is make sure you get their names right.
And make sure it's the right intro for the right performer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you have one job, Gabby. One job.
Oh, I'm gonna say this. Okay, I didn't learn all the name. I learned the names of the performers, but I didn't learn the names of the kittens. Okay, and so I asked a kitten backstage as the stereo is like blaring in our ears, and I had her repeat it twice, and then I repeated it to her, and she goes, "Yeah." I went on stage. Most of the people in the audience knew the kitten, and I said Chalupa, and it was Kechula.
The designer, beautiful robes.
Okay, I hadn't met her before.
Everybody's laughing, so they know who you're talking about.
Thanks God, Kechula is so cool and she has such a great sense of humor. And the people were great, but like that can be a thing where people are mad at you for the rest of their lives. Because performers, 1968, they said something to me and they're still holding it to, against them today. And they're 70 something years old. So try to get their names right. And always, if you have mess up, have a comeback.
All right. Be prepared to prolong a show. Can you talk it through? Can you hit pocket a conversation with an audience just like that? Singulating an audience member, make sure you've already gotten a good vibe for them. They're going to talk, because if the worst thing that can happen to you is you're trying to carry on the show and you pick somebody who goes.
So as a host, sometimes, especially if we're going to be doing a game during intermission, we learn some people in the audience.
Pre-prep your audience people.
We learn what their names are.
Find a new person before the show.
With the flow, who will come up on stage and not take over your stage.
Yeah. Because be careful how much microphone cord you give someone.
Yes, in time. I think that's about. Oh no!
I said there's gonna. So on that also, if you get stuck, common questions like, "Oh, has anyone ever had an oh moment? Seen a celebrity or heard something or found something on TV?" And you were like, "Oh." Get your audiences to interact with their own moment stories. Or if you're in a gay venue, something that's always fun. the moment I realized. Like the moment I realized that I had bisexual tendencies is I saw a male trumpet player and I was like, oh my God, that's sexy. So that was my own moment. So if you can get somebody to share their own moment, that's a great way to prolong the show.
Especially in gay venues. It works every time.
It works every time. And if you can get a couple of O moments.
And then it timed out.
Just like me.
So yeah, if you use a device on stage, make sure one, you put it on do not disturb, and two, you put the time out that it's not going to time out on
every 30 seconds in your.
And then have a like.
And this performer is great because I don't know.
Okay. Do you have a current set list? So I would say if it hasn't been printed out for you, go ahead and write it down, but also leave room. If there are changes, make sure you change it. And guess what? If you mess up or something happens with the set list and you didn't know, it's okay to take a little blame. You make it a joke and stuff like that. You make it everybody at ease, but don't blame the producer.
Don't blame the band. Don't blame the DJ. Just take it on the chin.
Just take it, even if it's totally not your fault. Like the producer didn't give it to you, no one updated, even the DJ was about to play the wrong song, all that stuff, and people are like yelling, "Hey, it's the wrong performer! Get it right!"
This is live entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. I just stepped on my own banana peel. Thank you very much.
Yes, talk about it being live entertainment and go on, because you never want to blame the producer. One, it takes the show, the audience, of how they feel about you, especially if there's friends in the audience of the producer.
Or the performer.
You're not going to get hired again. So it's just like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, I didn't think
I'll show you.
I didn't think I had to put this, but we went to when we were traveling, we went to a lot of burlesque shows and watched a lot of hosting. A host who has been hosting for 17 years. 17 years. Did not bring up the energy of the show. And when the kitten went to pick up costumes and money, instead of the host engaging the audience,
they were helping the kitten.
They were helping the kitten, and they moved the costumes with their foot.
Do not touch a costume.
Do not kick it. Do not shove it with your foot.
And slide it. Really, as a host, your job is to engage the audience and not pick up clothing. If you do pick up a piece of clothing,
you make it a thing. Oh my gosh. Like if you have, especially if you have to buy time because there's like so much money. Did you see this costume piece? Did you see them take it off? You make it a thing. You draw it attention.
Hey, she threw you that piece.
Did you snitch it twice?
Stop sniffing it. Give it back.
So play with the audience, play with the thing, but
don't kick their costumes.
Those costumes are so expensive. They put so much time in it. And even if it's a Goodwill, it's still their costume. Please respect their costume.
Never call out someone's screw up.
Yes.
Because the audience doesn't know. You shouldn't either, but if you do, keep it to yourself. Unless it's an elephant in the room and you have to. And that's just the art of the flow sometimes.
I want you guys to think of something to say or to do. So if a performer, and this has happened, if a performer, I hate saying this, is not polished, not the act is not coming off well to the audience.
The answer is not, holy shit, that was a train wreck. The answer is not that.
So try to figure out some things to reel it in. Sometimes it's diverting. It's saying, hey, and that performer was from so and so,
where they do things a little different.
To reel it in, figure it out. But remember that somewhere in your career, there is going to be a really, really bad act. And I tell people, I'm like, oh, there's no such bad acts. There is. So when there is a really, really bad act and the whole audience is like, what the freak has just happened? And everybody is just like silent.
You're gonna have to figure out how to bring back that energy.
Yeah.
It's a scary moment when a performer tanks, but it's your job to set up the next performer and move it on.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That's it.
And remember to be emotionally supportive backstage. These performers are artists and they go through some torment sometimes. You know, not everybody back there is mentally healthy, and then you add alcohol to the mix.
Oh, alcohol. Okay. So sometimes people need a drink before they do burlesque or before they host.
If you are inebriated,
but yes,
if you are inebriated, you will be removed. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not letting a drunk host get up there.
I can't have a host fall, break things, or not set the performer up right for their performance. This is a competition too. So it's not just a show. So when we set them up, their whole mood, they're so nervous and stuff, their mood can change on how we announce them. Okay. I do have some homework for you guys. One, I'm going to reiterate the press kits.
Real quick, for GLCC, and just kind of add that serious note.
Oh yeah.
Just this is some of these performers' one moment. They may not do this any other venue other than may not get to experience the upper levels of performance.
Sometimes it's before they know that they're about to have surgery, or they're getting old and they're not going to be able to perform anymore.
Or they just know it's, hey, this was my one shot to feel like a star.
And some of them, this is their video that they are going to submit to festivals all over the world. So you want to set them up, all of them, no matter what their goal is or their reason, for the best possibility of a great performance and the energy of the audience.
So every performer, regardless of their any differences, age, anything, deserves that moment, and you are to help facilitate that moment.
I'm going to say this on recorded. So doesn't matter if a performer has a different political view, a different belief than you, habits, as long as certain habits don't come into the venue, we are not to pass judgment on each other. We are just going to have a great show.
We uplift each other for the art and the entertainment, not for our personalities, not for egos, for the art and the entertainment, and for the satisfaction of the audience. For entertainers, our number one job is to entertain. You may disagree, it's okay, but with this program, that's the direction we're going.
Okay, so homework, work on your press kits. There is a YouTube channel. You can find it on the Protege page that I invited you to. The YouTube link, it is private. That is what the classes, the Zoom calls. You are more than welcome to watch any of the classes. In fact, coming up is SFX makeup, horror, and cosplay with Molly Macabre. And I think I was going to ask you how to say your last name in person. So I will make sure. And I will do that with all the performers and hosts. So definitely look on there. There is a Zoom on the press kits. And it tells you the size for Instagram, portrait size. Start on your hosting announcement and your lanyard. And then when you get them and I attach you to the collab of Instagram, please accept the invite and get that posted on your Instagram, and we can network.
And if you get ahead of us and post something about us, invite us to collab.
Yes.
The biggest way to reach a network is teaming up and doing it together, because then your friends see my friends see your friends, and then hopefully it just, we could pile the pile of friends.
Send in your money if you haven't already, please. And when you get the intros around August 11th, for your team, start practicing. Practice those intros. And then,
If you need a hotel link,
oh,
we have that.
yes. I send it to them.
Okay.
Yeah, the hotel, the link, most of them are locals. The intros, please read them out loud. Here, listen for your stops, your pauses, punctuation. Sometimes the performers don't put the punctuation in. So, the whole, like, let's eat kids or let's eat kids, that kind of thing. If you need to pause, they make a difference. And then also, and this is what I'm learning, to pause more, so it gives me time for my brain to catch up to my mouth.
Eliminate your ums.
That's what I'm working on. So, and then of course the intros. Ask how it flows when you're reading it to yourself. And then if you need to make some corrections, go ahead and do that. And then read it to someone else. Look at their face when you're reading it to them. Work on your face when you're practicing your intros on emotion to get the crowd drawn in. If it's sad, if it's emotional, shocked, if it's sultry, you need to change your voice. It's okay to change your voice.
Face is so important. If glasses are part of your character, make sure they're good fitting frames. I don't recommend tinted lenses unless they're like yellow lenses or that's part of your character. Normally, when you see hosting glasses, they go bigger frames because people feel more comfortable being able to engage your eyes more. So these are a little too tinted, but I can't see myself now. But it does bring a different aura when you engage someone's eyes. So if you can wear contacts, great. But my character wears glasses, so.
And so with that, on the whole eye contact, I want you to work on engaging different parts of the audience.
Left, right, center, center, left, center, right.
You're not always hosting for the left side or the right side.
And people do favor one side or the other.
Mm-hmm.
But learn to coast the stage, but not constantly move. Learn not to rock back and forth because people get nervous and they get the swaying and the rocking, unless it's a medical thing, and then make a joke of it.
So the biggest thing we're going to talk about is the mic placement. So I put it out in the email about our legend, Tiffany Carter. She reads lips. So when you have the mic up to your mouth, she's not going to be able to hear you or read your lips, and she's just going to tone out and whatever, and she's not going to know the performer's name. But if you bring it down here,
she can.
The audience can also see your face and your emotion. A lot of singers, especially for heavy metal and stuff like that, they bring it up to their mouth. So it may be a habit you have to learn to break for hosting, that you bring down the mic.
This I don't want to see.
Yes.
I don't want to see this. The audience doesn't want to see this. We don't want to see this either.
Yes. So make sure, and like if you're reading, see where there's the pauses, and of course you're going to be reading these over and over. So sometimes you'll be able to start the sentence from the paper or notebook and be able to look at the audience and be able to say the rest of the sentence.
Learn creative transitions. I hate hearing, and this next performer.
So if the performer puts it in their intro that says, and this performer, cross that out.
Come up with a better caveat. It's hard. It's not easy.
When you hear 15 to 20 times, next performer, the audience is like,
I feel like I'm getting a shot.
Plant 3 did good last month of hosting the Burley Pits, because 99% of the performers were from Las Vegas.
So how many ways can you say Las Vegas without saying Las Vegas? She must have came up with a dozen easily.
You know, of course, we know Sin City, but things that Vegas was known for. So if you have to list where they're from, and it's a lot of them, come up with different places, different names for that place that's known for.
If they come from a funny name place, a joke, come up with a joke or find out the local joke for the name of that place. Like I love making fun of Lompoc, California. So we're touring through California and we end up in Lompoc. And so we stop in at a restaurant to get a little something to eat.
They're all
Trying to figure out how to
pronounce the city's name.
So we go up to the counter and I'm like, so is this
Lompoc or Lompoc?
So we're arguing with each other trying to figure out, is it Lompoc, Lompop,
Because they get upset.
People will get upset. So I go up to the lady at the counter and I say, hey, how do you say the name of this place, this place? And say it slow so I can understand. And she says, Burger King.
And with that, now we had a joke to then carry on stage cross tour. So we know people from Lompoc or Lompoc, whatever, that's their mentality. So definitely know where the place that you're hosting, how to pronounce it, and
funny, quirky things about it.
Yes. And then come up with something else for instead of next performer. And with
or
that,
this performer,
with that, so let's talk about the kittens. The kittens, the curtains will close. The kittens will come and take everything. They will set up the new act. That person either is going to set on stage, start on stage, or start off. Before the curtains open, that is your time. So you have a minute at least
to get a drink of water.
No, to entertain the audience. So if you're going to get a drink in front of the audience, make it entertaining. Exactly. I was like, yes, I'm talking a lot. He was making fun of me.
No, I know you're the puppet. Yeah, so I'll take the one.
So with that, you can talk about the last performer. So do a caveat to either the act, especially if it was really good or it was spectacular or something happened in it. Or
the rule of 3. Try to get that name in there 3 times before.
At least a couple times before the act.
And try to get 2 at the last. So if you can get it 3 to 5 times in there, that's pretty good.
Everybody in the audience should know the performer.
Because you told them who they were.
You didn't say their name as you held the mic up to your mouth and walked away so that nobody heard it. It was muffled.
Yeah, no walking intros. So don't walk away saying, like Kermit the Frog used to go, yeah! That's a walkout intro. So if you're gonna do a walkout intro, you do the
and not like walk away with the crowd.
Doing the balloon.
If all of you guys just do it once, just once,
everybody do it.
During your hosting. Yeah. So try not to turn your back to the crowd.
Unless you got a joke back there. Yeah, and
about my joke now.
My derriere is a joke.
So that is the end of the basic hosting one-on-one 101 just to get you started. I know it's a lot. You can replay it. You probably don't want to though.
It's a good laugh. It's a good laugh.
I know you guys were listening. I hope this was beneficial, that you learned at least 1 to 2 things from this.
Okay, we'll open for questions and then we can.
Do you know that we learn things every single time we post? That we have not stopped learning. That when you host or when you perform, you are continuing to learn.
And we've hosted so many different things, from motorcycle gigs to charity gigs to
children to
oil wrestling or mud wrestling.
Chocolate pudding.
Wrestling.
So If you want to be flexible, or if you just want to do a certain type of hosting, that's what you list on your press kit. If you are able to do lots of things, you list it on your press kit. If you have different performing arts like juggling or singing or whatever, you list it on your press kit.
All right, and I don't think we've sent out the co-hosting list yet. That is coming soon.
Well, the co-hosting would be team 2. So whatever your night is, if you are like team 1 or team 3, whoever the other host is for that night, that is your co-host. And the mentors are going to be sending me your lineups, their lineups for their team, and I will be able to send that to you for you to set up your intros.
So there are 3 teams a night.
Mm-hmm. There is between 4 to 6 performers each team.
So we're going to try to
it's
sure
gonna be
it's
a
all
full
balanced
night.
out. Yeah, it's going to be a long night. So
on each night, I'm going to just tell you, team 3 on each night is usually the one with the most locals.
Here's what we have learned.
Divide up your locals to make sure they're on each night.
Keep them at the back because people will leave as soon as the locals come on.
So if all the locals are at the beginning of the show at intermission, everybody leaves. So we want them to be there for everyone. So we keep the majority of the locals at the end.
So we do promote that people take pictures and things like that. We do, however, want you to remind them locally that the naughty bits need to stay private. So if it's a final reveal, we ask that they don't show any final reveals, but do show teasers, tag GLCC, tag the host, tag the performer. This is how we make business. This is our free advertisement. All right, open for questions.
I don't have a question, but I've been dying over your bones. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. I don't have a question, but my mind has been just thrashing ever since you put the hat on the first time. I'm sitting here going, holy Christ, he looks like Steve from Blue's Clues.
I've heard that before.
When he was, I hate to say this, when you were younger and we had kids, he would get that a lot.
We just got him. We just got him.
Mail time! Yay! Okay, sorry. Completely off topic. I completely apologize, but the whole time I was just sitting here going, I'm watching Blue's Clues.
Maybe he'll start doing that for part of his bit.
What a burlesque that would be, just.
I was talking about hosting, but okay.
We just got we'll do the Blue's Clues and adult variation.
Oh,
what time now?
Handy notebook.
My hand in any notebook.
I'm sorry, guys. Back to work.
Yeah. So back to questions. You just gave us thanks for our
inspiration.
Hosting. Thank you. Inspiration. Oh, and please announce.
Yeah, before you talk.
And then we can hear the pronunciation of everybody's names.
I'm sorry, Darling Dina, and I have a Blue's Clues dog if you want to borrow it for an act.
Molly, do you have any questions?
Basically, my question is about format. I know that we have 3 segments. So is it going to be 2 intermissions or 1 big one? Because we have 1 team and then another team. So like 1 host, 1 team, co-host 1 team, 1 host, 1 team. So I'm like, is there a divide in there? And if there is a divide in there, are we responsible for filling that gap? Like I have games and activities and stuff in my sleeve, but I don't know if I need to bring that stuff. Or will your intermissions or breaks be like, okay, well, this is your time to go to the bathroom, get a refill on your drink, get some more tip money, blah, blah, blah. Is that, what the format is on that?
More quick break.
Wait. First, can you say your name? The last name.
Molly Macabre.
Oh my
Molly
gosh.
Macabre. Did it freeze?
Yes. Okay.
Uh,
Yes, it freeze when you did it the first time.
It's too good.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Molly Macabre.
So now we're gonna answer the questions at intermission. So team 2 is divided in half. The co-host, you can either, when you talk it out with your other host, you can do the ping pong where one does one act, one does the other, or they do the first 2 or 3 acts before intermission, excuse everybody to intermission, and then the other host does the next set and brings everybody in
But at some point, I would like to see every host interact with that
with each
crossover.
other.
Yeah, because that's so important. That passing the mic is so important.
2 hosts last year, they talked about it, how they were gonna do a little dance with each other as they came out, one side from one side, you know what I mean, of the stage. And they did a little routine, and then they were able to do the initial co-hosting together, and then they split it up.
But there will be a break. The intermission will be between the mid-team, team 2, first 2, 3 acts.
And we try to push everybody outside. There's a bathroom inside, of course, but the outside has the vendors. It will have drink and food, and little shows out there, little demos.
So
we're talking about like eight act segments, 7 to 8 act segment.
So we're gonna say, because each team right now has 4 to 6. We are in the last 6 weeks.
As of right now.
As of right now, it's probably gonna be 8 acts and then 8 acts afterwards. We try to balance the nights and each other. However, some people may drop, and I hate to say this, hosts have gotten cheated one night of them having 4 less performers than the other night.
That's where that talent kind of balances everything out. I like that.
Okay, so we'll find out that information like.
Oh, and then, yeah, we're getting closer. We will have that all out to you.
Once we have everybody's music, once
And
we
the
have everybody's set, everybody's lineup, we'll have a master set list, and that will be shared with you, but not the proteges.
Yes.
So the mentors and the hosts will know what the master lineup is. The proteges won't know until a couple
because
days.
Things change, and then they're like, I thought I was 4th, and they build their whole head around that they were the 4th in the lineup. So when they get pushed to the 3rd or the 6th,
or the show gets juggled all of a sudden,
they can't wrap around it.
And as hosts, we've had to pass off teams pretty quick, and that was tough, but
So I'm gonna say last year we did have one performer who was in the lineup that had to be delayed because their rigging unit
took longer to set up.
Yeah.
So instead of having a talent presented, we did raffles, and it just made.
And then we moved a couple performers in front of her and pushed her to the end. So if you have to do a delay, make sure that you have the stage kitten or the backburn, someone that tells you, hey, we're ready behind the curtain. And we will also make it very clear that someone is able to tell the host that there's some sign or some word behind the curtain that the host knows that they're ready.
Oh, and you will co-host for the curtain call.
Yes, you will definitely co-host for the curtain call.
Okay, and I have another question.
Yes.
What is your goal duration for this? So if we're going to have 16 acts plus 1 intermission,
so
I mean, I'm an improv MC, okay? So I need to know what, I mean, you're saying like a minute, that's all the time we're going to get, that's all the time you're going to give the kitten, or, I just want to know, what is my goal? I have to be out of the door at 10:30.
I'd like to be out the door at 10:30.
Yes, our goal is that we're always out the door by 10:30. That is one thing that we have you guys do, is looking at those intros to make sure that they're not 3 paragraphs.
Again, we own the venue.
Yes.
In this sense, we own the venue. If we want to go to 3 a.m. partying and do whatever we want, we can.
But nobody wants to.
But nobody wants to.
You can't. Next day and stuff like that. But that's also why we don't do awards on Saturday night. Number one, there's no way for us to look at all of the score sheets accurately,
because this is a hard thing to
and
judge.
be able to give the score within a 30 minutes, 10-15 minutes, and be able to do that. So that is another reason why we do the awards and appreciation the next day. Number 2 is nobody wants to be there till midnight or 1 a.m. So we keep intermission actually very short. It is not more than 20 minutes. It's usually around 15 minutes. And that's what we try to keep it at.
How is the Golden Mic winner established? There is only one Golden Mic. Will we do a silver mic this year?
So I have been thinking about that on the silver mic. So the first year we did the golden mic and a silver mic second place. Some people feel if they don't win first,
there shouldn't be a second place. I say any accolade you get, you take.
Take the silver mic necklace.
There you go. Brag about it. This is still a win. A win's a win. Okay. And if you don't win, that's okay, because it's about building experience, but you're still going to get a certification that you've been certified in the finer skills of festival and conference hosting. We'll make it nice and something you can print up and put on your wall, be proud of.
Yes. But so I would like to get the hosts that don't win the golden host, the silver mic host.
Okay.
So all 3 of them.
So I like that.
So one of you will get a golden mic
mic
host necklace,
and
and the other one will get the 3. Now there is the sash also for the golden mic, but I believe in the necklaces because that is your everyday wear, and that's what you can wear on stage, and it's kind of like a commemorative of what you've done.
yeah, so yeah, we're big fans of those little necklaces. I have one. I wear it all the time. It's a cool little conversation piece, and so it's also
And it lets people know that you're probably either a singer
or a host or a DJ of some type.
And they usually ask, "Hey, are you blah blah blah?" Because they see your necklace. That's a conversation piece starter.
The silver mic or the golden mic award will, with bus fare, it'll get you on a bus. But it's an accolade. We want you to be proud of it. Way too much in the, not just the burlesque industry, but the entertainment industry, we get into this box thinking of, oh, if I celebrate my accomplishments, it's going to hurt their mental health. Well, if you celebrate it or don't celebrate it, they're still going to be mad at you. So you might as well enjoy your win, okay? Celebrate your wins. Don't let people diminish your fire. They will try. They don't even mean to. They just can't help it sometimes. We forgive them, we love them, and we celebrate.
So that covers the necklaces and the sash, and you get all the classes for free included. Okay. Oh yes. So as we're talking about pronouncing names, guess what else you need to be able to do? Pronounce the legends' names. So it really sucks when a host says a legend's name wrong up on stage. It's
an ooh moment by the whole audience.
Yeah. So definitely know how to pronounce the legends' names.
All right. Frisky Business. Do you have any questions or?
I think I put my only question in there, so I think I'm good.
All right. Good.
Can we answer that one?
You already answered that one, yes.
I don't have my glasses
Welcome
on.
aboard. Welcome to the challenge. Everybody else
Yeah.
kind of knows us and is.
We are
I have
accessible. You can DM us. You can email us. Do know that at night we put our phones away and we
Good.
don't pick them, and we don't pick them up until after we eat breakfast in the morning.
Good.
So
Boundaries are healthy.
I will not answer at 3 a.m. or you're texting me, don't have the answers right away, or I need to find something for you, I might say, hey, I'm going to get that for you.
And don't freak out if we read something and then unread it, because what we do is we will read it and be like, oh, I got to answer that. So
Yeah.
we've learned to go ahead and unread it to remember to go
Some
back to
questions
it.
I have to answer, and so he puts it unread so that I know that it's there, so that I can answer it on my end. So that's on
I
that.
thought of a question, darling
Yes.
Dina. I finally
ahead.
thought of a question. So I already did the press kit as a protege. Do I need to do another one for this, or just add to it?
I would. Oh, I've already
I
posted you.
recommend I recommend each job has its own
Mhm.
press kit, just like because that's your resume. And if you're going for different jobs as a resume,
Yeah.
you have different resumes.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool beans.
Now-
That's all. See
Yeah.
it?
Okay. So remember, if you were in high school Glee, you can put it on there. If you were the lead singer in your 5th grade production, it's okay. Sometimes it is so funny when they're like, I was the winner of my 3rd grade spelling bee for the county. So
If you got nothing else, pull that one out of the hat.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I did play Sneezy once in a Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs play in elementary school,
There you go.
and I got to
So-
improv the whole thing. They just told me every now and then sneeze,
so
and I totally
Man,
did it. I
got the
was like,
crown
okay,
you wanted to.
you
no
can tell
other
that
lines.
Dina and we are friends. So if you have something that you want to put on there, if you do ballet and you do tap, lounge singing, put that in there, jungling, whatever. You want to build your resume as a host that you are more than one thing. You are more than a person just reading a card. Now, if that is all that you can do right now, you play that up.
Mhm.
Build
Nobody's
yourself
read a
up.
card better than me, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do not diminish yourself as a host. Okay. Sometimes getting up there hosting, you got to fake the funk. Sometimes that confidence has to be completely
Whatever happened
manufactured.
backstage.
Doesn't matter. You control the flow and energy of the room. That is your room.
So if you need to work on a self-coping mechanism, to go from a stressful situation to up on stage, figure out something. If it's you tearing paper,
Or having a
having
Tourette's
the
moment on
coping thing or whatever.
or having a Tourette's moment on stage, something to bring the audience back.
I wouldn't suggest that for every venue.
Works for me.
Only if you do it in heels and a red dress.
For Bones, man. But if we're playing by Bones' rules, we get to do all kinds of crazy stuff.
Exactly. So I think that's it for today. Definitely do the homework so
Whenever
we
you
can
want.
get those videos of you guys rehearsing. You've read the intros, you know how it's going to flow, you cut it down. So that way we're not having a 3-minute intro to another 5-minute act and then 2 more minutes of so it's not 10 minutes for every act. We're trying to cut that down.
So that is part of the challenge. That is what we're expecting from you guys.
And that's also the difference between festival and show, is because usually the festivals are longer and you have to speed it up. But it still seemed like it's flowing so that it's not like, oh, the audience is like, oh my God, they're so fast.
Magic is allowed. If you want to use smoke in your magic tricks, that is allowed. We can pull that off.
Mhm.
So light fire, if you want to do a magic trick, that is allowed. If you're going to present magic, be on point.
Yep. And then fire, you have to, if you're going to present any fire, you have to have a
We got to see it first.
insurance, and then of course we'll get with you. So if you have fire, just contact us. There's so many things.
Yeah, we got to see it first to know if it needs insurance or not.
All right. That's it for that. And questions. I am so excited. Thank you guys all so much for this long.
We ran 20 minutes over.
Yeah, we ran 20 minutes over. So Bones and Gabby like to talk. And that brings up the next thing. Try not to continue talking through the show and where it's all about you for 5 minutes. and the performers waiting in their clown makeup and their melon.
Yeah.
So
September, the weather is pretty pleasant here in September most of the time. We might get a little rain here and there, but
say that, but some people are from cold country. So it's in the 90s.
no, it could be in the 70s or the
It could be.
90s.
And then at night in Vegas, temperatures drop. So it could be in the 90s and then like the 70s at night.
I mean, that sounds perfect to me. I'm here for it.
I'll trade you. I'll trade you from wherever cold you are.
And just a little personal note for Bones and Gabby is we're not doing next summer in Vegas as much as the legends love us here.
We're not
can't
doing
do
another
the-
summer.
Can't do the heat. My job is wanting to move me to be a motorcycle tour guide. They want me to ride Route 66 about.
I am looking for an area for me to stay on. So I am looking at different areas that these proteges are in to see where they're coming from and their community. So that's where we're kind of out. So if you have a great community, let me know.
I'll try and sell you on Albuquerque. I'm always pitching people to come to Albuquerque. So
Not. Okay, we're gonna let you guys go. It's late some places. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you guys again and send you emails.
thank you.
Shimmy, shake, and make
Make
their
their
hearts
hearts
quake.
quake. Absolutely. Mr. City Shake darken their hearts.
Darken their hearts, you dark.